tell us how it has been, raising your 3 kids.
Okay, could I start with, we are talking about boys.
Yes.
And I will generalize it because raising children is similar, even with boys and girls. Okay, so it's my own that, in my own case, I have only boys, but I think it's a general thing. So, but raising them it's been a learning curve. I've learned. I mean, I think I started with always wondering, how is it supposed to be like this? Am I supposed to do this? Is this how they do? Is this how it's handled? Even from nursing them to, when they became toddlers, and then now that they are quite old, they're getting to their teens. So I think I've learned, I've infused some things that I've learned into raising them. And it's been a good journey, to be honest. It's been a good journey. I don't think I would even trade, to be honest, I'm not even sure I want a girl. Yeah, it's been a good journey.
The boys have been doing well then. All right, so as an adult female, growing up, you must have learned some things about boys that were probably stereotypes or, probably wrong or even probably right. So what are some of the things that you had to unlearn and probably relearn from your growing up days?
I know that when I was growing up, I was fortunate enough to have an elder brother and a younger brother. So I was very close to boys. And my brothers are such that have lots of friends around them. So, I think I know how to relate with boys, So if you're talking about how has it been, I would say that you find in boys, you find bullies amongst them. You find the really emotional ones. You find the ones who are egoistic. You find the ones who are, I'll use my second son for an example. Everybody that knows him would say that he's a hugger, he's a lover. So in boys, you have different traits, but generally, I think just as you find them even in girls, you find them in boys as well. You meet some ladies and you will liken that lady to be, like a guy. So I think they all come with their different characteristics. It's just for you to know them and know how to, manage the qualities in one that is not in another, and like that. So that's how it works.
What do you think about boys, the way boys like to be, the way boys were raised in back then, you mentioned that growing up in your own home, there was a sharing of chores and everything. So some of these methods that were used to raise boys back then were, are being classified now as mistakes and everything. So what are some of those mistakes that you had to leave behind in raising yours?
Okay, so when I started, I said, you said, how is it raising then? And I said, it's actually a learning curve. So yes, I think at some points, when I became a mother, I started to think, that I will not beat my children, and then I won't touch them or this and that. I won't discipline them. I'll be very loving. I'll be very kind and all of that. But gosh,
children will be children.
Children will always be children. So I would say that I had to balance it out. And to be honest, the way that I treated my first son and the way my last born, I call him my last because I'm not going there again. The way my last born is treated are different because I had also had to learn and shelf out some things, and relate better with them. One thing I think was not there before that I think even most parents now want to inculcate into their families is communicating to the level of your child. Not, I think this is how it's supposed to be, so it just has to be like that. Rather, understand, my son will call me sometimes and tell me, I think the way you're treating the other one is not the way you treat me when I'm not feeling fine. That means that he knows what he's saying. They are very attentive and aware of everything that is going on around them. So obviously, I can't say that I'm going to beat him and say, no, don't say that again. You can't say that to me. No, it doesn't make any sense. Rather, I'm talking to him to understand that, oh, no, it's not because of that. But when you were not feeling fine, I also did this. So you should understand. So, so I just, I wouldn't say I don't discipline them, but I manage it so well. Even at this point, I don't think I even touch them anymore. I just talk to them. There's something I even do for the youngest one now, which is instead of taking him to the naughty corner, I just say, I won't be your friend again. And it works very well. Even the others, I won't be your friend again. And it works very well. So yes, I've shelved out discipline completely. And then I communicate better with them. So if there's anything happening to them in school, they're coming back and they're already explaining, Mommy, this person said this person said that. So yes, communicating well with your children, and then not particularly sparing the rod, but making sure that they know what is right and wrong,
That the
and
rod
they will
becomes
correct
the last.
them. Yes, correct them so it won't happen again.
Awesome.